Tournament time. We're just gonna lock it straight in. I'm playing. Which stream is this called? I can't even remember at this point. I'm too busy cooking. The Sketch Academy Pokemon Day Week 2 or 1. That's what I'm playing. I might put that in the title somewhere. Importantly, we are facing a pretty similar team here. A few really key details that I've gotten after looking after their team at their team sheet for like a couple minutes, yeah, somewhere around there, was that only 2 of their Pokemon have Protect. That's Chien-Pao and Ogerpon. So I'm reasonably safe to gun down half the field majority of the time. If we're thinking about leads, I think the most likely lead is probably Miraidon Farigiraf or something like that. Something to their speed controller defensive. That is Helping Hand on the Farigiraf. So what I'm going to do is, I normally lead Instant in these kind of games. I'm going to lead Farigiraf Iron Hands. Do I like that idea, actually? What I can do, actually, and it probably makes more sense, is go Instant Farig with Miraidon Iron Hands in the back. Play it standard. Focus on pivoting into Iron Hands to use -1 Miraidon attacks into the Iron Hands for minimal damage, even on Draco Meteors. And Dazzling Gleams, which they do specifically have Dazzling Gleam Fairy Miraidon, which is really nice to know up front. Very standard Chien-Pao. Icicle Crash, Sucker Punch, Sacred Sword, Terra Ghost, Focus Sash. I have taken a pretty big risk not bringing Urshifu in that sense, since Urshifu was my main counter to the Sash. Cool. That's not an unbelievable lead. Noting that they're not really in any particular position here. I'm just in a Parting Shot Trick Room. They played Light Screen Protect. That's my guess. I could just pivot with what's it called? I could like pivot by Parting Shot onto Whimsicott, but if I'm gonna have a Pokemon in Trick Room, Instant in Trick Room because they're protected is perfectly fine with me. Man, what is taking them so long? Holy. Never mind. I take it back. There's going to be a cut in there because that took a second. They do more or less do what I expected them to. Cool. My plan is to just now set up my Hyper Voice and start gunning down their protectors. I feel like I probably am better off just Knockoff at this point. They have Moonblast specifically, which is really annoying. With the Light Screen up, even in doubling it won't... I'm pretty confident in that, actually. If I double it, it won't pick up a KO. I'll knock off into Ogerpon and Hyper Voice and just try to get it low so that next turn I can do the damage. Who's Terastallizing here? It's probably Ogerpon, right? Yeah. Okay. So that'll be a neutral Terra Ivy Cudgel coming into the Farigiraf. That should be A-okay with me. Knock off how much damage. Good chip. Pretty bad chip with the Hyper Voice, honestly. That wasn't great. But I do get a special attack boost. Ivy Cudgel into the Giraffe. Wow, that's a lot of damage. Moonblast also into the Giraffe. Not for the knockout. Not for the special attack rod. I have this urge to click Helping Hand Psychic. I feel like that's going to pick up a KO. You know what? I'm just going to go for it. I'm not even going to... I'm just going to assume that they think they can survive. Sorry, crap. I'm really hoping that based on the Hyper Voice that they just give me a chance to rip them to pieces. But they are giving me a free pivot to Miraidon, which is nice. I'm not sure if it's great for me, but I certainly have that opportunity. Light Screen's already up. I think I'm better off just gunning their protects again, just like before. Let's double check. Actually, we can double check the back ones. They have no KOs, no switches, no nothing. Okay, I have a thought. Helping Hand Electro Drift into Whimsicott. Does that pick up a KO? I think it does. If I pick up the KO onto Whimsicott, which I think I will, can I then deal with the rest of their team? Realistically, yes. I'd say I've squandered most of the opportunities that this game is presented. Let's just keep making big plays and seeing if I can make something happen. Probably predicting Terra, neutral Ivy Cudgel, not tons. Which means they're slower. Both of their Pokemon are slower than my Miraidon in Trick Room. What the heck? Well, I guess that's the adjustment for next game. I don't need to go slower. That didn't even pick up the KO. Damn. Well, now I have an adjustment for next game. I had no clue that their team was going to be slower than mine in Trick Room. That's crazy. Okay, Parting Shot. Probably just Electro Drift into the Whimsicott, accepted my fate. Yeah, I wouldn't have predicted slower Ogerpon. Maybe it's offensive. I'll take that. I'll take it. Parting Shot. That means I still have Fake Out for the rest of the game. I can just instant pivot straight to Incin next turn, assuming I actually have a Pokemon to sit next to it. Is that realistically going to happen? No. But maybe Whimsicott's clicking something silly, and I have a chance. There's always a chance. Always a chance. Don't give up hope. Actually, give up hope. Give up hope. That's better for you. Cool. Do I survive this? Probably not. No. No, I don't. There's no point terrestrializing here on really any of my Pokemon, since I'm just going to lose valuable resists. Well, at least not until not for a while. Okay, so here's my thought. Ogerpon should switch. It's at -2, isn't it? Like, it can't realistically contribute any meaningful amount to a battle in this condition. It's a bit of a long con, but I'm going to go for the Fake Out into Whimsicott and see if I can pick up a KO. I could not. Encore. Good thing I didn't terrestrialize. This shouldn't pick up more than 50%, realistically. They crit. I mean, we all know the game's over. I'm just dragging this out to see how they play. Like, going into the next game, I know they're slower than me, and I know he's very willing to use Ogerpon as his main piece. On top of that, he isn't super reliant on Trick Room. I'm probably going to forfeit pretty quick here. Yep, Electricity goes off. We now know that for this game they would have brought Whims, Frigg, Ogre, Miraidon. Wait, what? No Miraidon, never mind. They must have made a mistake. Had to have. I terrestrialize Close Combat into Farigiraf and Knockoff into Farigiraf. This game is not entirely over. Like, it's over, but it's not entirely over. Like, you know, it's not over in my heart, even if it is completely over in reality. Like, let's say Farigiraf misses the roll with its attack. Cool, it doesn't do much to Incin. Let's say Psychic Noise misses the roll. It does. Would a double be enough to somehow pick up a KO? We know that wasn't going to do much damage either way. Question is, how much is Iron? Nope, not enough. But it does mean that we know that it does about, what's that, 45, 50% on the, that was like 50%-ish on the Farigiraf. That's pretty good. Let me just go and report this. Game 1 is a loss. It is a valuable loss, let's say that. You know, losing sucks. But you know, I learned. I'm learning. I think we come back from that pretty easily, knowing that I still want to play with some respect to Miraidon. They didn't bring it, but I want to play respecting it. They brought Hearthflame, Farigiraf, Whimsicott, Iron Hands, which means they're very willing to not bring their restricted if it would benefit them. In this case, it definitely did. I just don't know if they can pull that off 2 games in a row. So I'm going to bet on Miraidon still being there. If they drop anything, it'll probably be Farigiraf or Whimsicott. Let's prep around that. And I know that generally speaking, I'll be faster generally speaking, I'll be better off in Tailwind. Do they have any priority whatsoever on their team? No, they don't. Which means the overwhelming majority of their Pokemon will be folded in one turn if Urshifu gets rolling. Tailwind. Their slow Pokemon, most of their Pokemon will be faster than my Iron Hands. Okay. Here's where I start thinking with my head a little more. So I know I want Miraidon. That much is for sure. My question is, what do I want to do once I'm in Trick Room? We know that a neutral crit on from Ogerpon will do about 70%. Let's work on the defensive matchup. Use Instant for that. I'm having these doubts now that I'm cooking a lot. Like, if you cook this much on a single battle, maybe it's not a great matchup. I mean, I should be able to clutch out one win for this set at least. Let's at least go to game 3. Okay, let's say we go Tailwind, Terra Surging Strikes. We go for their Tailwind. We gun it. Let's say we get their Tailwind. It then becomes a 3v1. Sorry, 3v1. I'm not sure again. There's numbers from. It then becomes a matchup where you're probably with Iron Hands and Ogerpon in the back. You know what? I'm just gonna go for it. I'm having this feeling that I probably win that. The Archrast. Oh, I threw the game. Wait, I didn't throw the game. I kind of threw the game, but not really. That should have been the game losing turn right there. If Farigiraf clicks Helping Hand, I might be able to win this very easily. Yo! This might be crazy, chat. Now that I know I'm faster than them. In theory, Surging Strikes would do less, but it goes through their, Oh, it's not going to be enough though, is it? It goes through their, boost. Yeah, it's not quite enough. I'm pretty sure Whimsicott will survive one of these. Hopefully. Nope. I mean, that's decent enough for me, since I'll be able to bring my Miraidon in. Really safe Electro Drift into their Miraidon, which will bait plays from them. Oh, and it's making things difficult. Anywho, This should still be winnable if I play this right. 3 turns to crunch them. My instant's only like 60, 70 speed. It's something like that. Let's just verify that number. I don't have it off the top of my head. 72. So even doubled, it's more than likely that they'll outspeed me. No matter what. I guess what my thought is I'm probably just going to double down on the play that I'm thinking. Dazzling Gleam Parting Shot. Yep, they do with Robin right on. That was more or less what I was expecting. Problem is that they have their fake out and there's nothing I can do about it. Yeah, this game's over. I'm gonna be real. Damn it, really? Like this? This is not how you start a tournament. Okay, let's say for whatever reason this Iron Hands isn't clicking fake out. What is my most logical play from there? Probably just Helping Hand. Just see if I can get the damage. Like if they give it to me, then great. Otherwise, I'm probably screwed. Yeah, no, that's kind of what we expected. Right on flinches. Oh, they're Dazzling them. I might be able to survive one of these. Nah. That sucks. Worth a shot. Yep, I'll see you guys around. That stinks. A 2-game loss to start the tournament. I didn't realize that I didn't check for my web mic. Thankfully it was on. Whoosh. Yeah, that's really unfortunate. I guess I'll see you guys for round 2. Yeah, I'll see you for round 2. Hopefully I can... Holy crap, a bunch of people missed their rounds. That is crazy. I'll see you for round 2. See you in a sec. Round 2. There's 5 of these rounds, and that first round took a while. Like, this started at 1 PM, and it's already 2 o'clock. Unlimited round time is a bad choice. If anyone from the Sketch Academy is watching this, please don't let that happen ever again. I don't want to sit there for an hour doing nothing, waiting for the game to start kind of stressing out about what I could have done differently. I want to just focus on now. Speaking of now, when I'm looking at this, a few key threats to me is Wide Guard, Dragon Terra, Zamazenta, standard but always spooky. Poison Safety Goggles, Urshifu. The Safety Goggles aren't so scary, it's actually just a note that I can always click and attack into it for a KO. Very safely. It can detect, which is a big spook, but not a big deal. As a whole, I will outspeed their team, which means I'm pretty sure I'll outspeed my team with everything on my team. With my relevant Trick Room attackers. That's not a guarantee. Actually, it's likely, but it's not a guarantee. I'll lean into my Trick Room offense. Not my Trick Room, sorry, my Tailwind offense. I'm going to leave Instant behind. Ooh, drop my controller. I'm going to leave Instant behind just because I don't love it into Zamazenta. That being said, it actually isn't bad into Zamazenta. So I'm probably going to bring it next game just to kind of mess with them and go, oh, he's got different game plans and he can do different things. My hope is that I'll be able to do a 180 on their build. Okay, so they're clicking Ice Spinner or Sucker Punch. It doesn't matter what they're clicking. To me, the important part is I can't Moonblast. I can't play so aggressively. Is that? Oh, it's Clear Smog, not Sludge Bomb. Okay. I'll pop a. I can't pop a Light Screen. You have to pop a Tailwind to guarantee the safety. Volt Switch into Chien-Pao. Can Chien-Pao protect? Yes, it can. Can Amoonguss protect? Yes, it can. Do I think either of them are going to protect? You know, let's not overcook here. I don't really know what they want to do right now, so I can adjust my play for that. They do protect, okay. Maybe they click Spore. Oh, they just double protect, that's fine. That's fine, because now I can actually just go for a double attack into... Like, I can just go double attack into the Chien-Pao slot. They won't pick up KOs. Alternatively, what I could do is I could Helping Hand Volt Switch into Chien-Pao. I don't love it. Actually, since they know I'm Volt Switching, will they be inclined to click a different move? They might, honestly. Special attackers, is that a big deal in this team? Not really. In which case, I'm happy to just Volt Switch Moonblast into Chien-Pao. If they want to redirect it, that's fine. Since I know I'm moving first. Unless they want to Sucker Punch, it's fair game. If they're attacking with into Miraidon slot, then they'd be using Ice Spinner 9 times out of 10, which means I can just bring Urshifu in. This should be pretty good. Moonblast into the Chien-Pao. Big damage. It's Ice Spinner into the Whimsicott for the knockout. Notably, that's actually kind of good for me, isn't it? We are facing up against Rocky Helmet Amoonguss, so I do need to take it out using Miraidon here. I need it gone. Which is where my so if I go Terra Fairy, Draco Meteor into Amoonguss, I can then very safely just Surging Strikes into Chien-Pao, guarantee that there's no shenanigans there. I say guarantee, I kind of mean it. I don't know, that's not entirely true though. My hope's that they're just going to click Sucker Punch, as they probably should, knowing that they probably won't get to keep either of these Pokemon going out of the turn. Of course they can protect, they can do that, they can do what they want. Yep, they Rage Powder, that's what I expected. Draco Meteor will move next. Cool, that means they're not clicking Sucker Punch, which is always a net positive, since that means they won't get any damage. Yep, Urshifu moves next to take Surging Strikes on Chien-Pao. Perfect. So for next turn, I'm probably pivoting Urshifu all the way out of here. I mean, Zamazenta's their back. Let's get that part right. It's Zamazenta and probably Fluttermane, if I'm being real. Entei, okay. You know, if I'm that Entei right now, a really safe play is Terra Normal E-Speed. What I'm going to do is I'm going to swap Frigraph on the Miraidon slot and Close Combat into Entei, knowing that it can't protect. If they do that, then I can beat Zamazenta using Electro Drift out of Tailwind. Should be pretty easy. They did lean into their faster mode as well. I mean, their whole team's generally a faster mode, so if I can pick and choose when they wanna... Did I get that perfect? Oh, I think I just nailed it. Anyway, if I can pick and choose what they're gonna do next game, it should be pretty great position. Good little gambit bringing Frig. Called them out. I didn't think they were gonna do that. Do that whole not priority move thing. Good news is I am in pretty much unlosable position now. If I lose from here, never let me forget. Behemoth Bash into the Farigiraf. It does damage. Our Tailwind is going to peter out. Just for the sake of, well, the most consistent way to do damage is going to be Searching Strikes here. Cool, battle's cancelled. I take game 1. Oh, I've already reported it, okay. Sweet, that saved me effort. It looks like I'm going to be able to pick up at least a game win. That's a start. It's a massive step in the right direction. It's just occurred to me that over that whole hour, I could have been editing that video. This video, actually. Not that video. This video. Cool. Gotta reselect the team. Actually, editor, just cut this all out. Okay. So my thought is probably slow since minus the okay, we're back. Minus the Amoonguss, their whole team is just going to be, as a whole, faster than me, or at least faster than key threats out of Trick Room. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make a hard pivot back to my regular strategies, and I'm just going to fall back on what I know. The general plan is to debate body presses into into I can't even remember the dude's name is. You know, I can't even remember what his name is. Incineroar, that's his name. Cool. Flood to the Sleepy. Cool. Booster speed. Spade. Perfect. What I'm going to do is I'm going to Parting Shot into Fluttermane and Protect. Look, the moment I saw the leads, I knew I wanted to do pretty much exactly that. It's probably Moonblast or Taunt into Fluttermane. Not into Fluttermane, sorry, into Farigiraf. It could be Thunderwave. Though I think they're going to probably double using Spore Moonblast and just try to debilitate my slow mode, since that's what I've set up for. I'm up a game, so I'm not too concerned about how this goes. Like, I'd rather just win 2 games and move on. Perfect. That is way better than them trying to pull something. Taunt, perfect. Knowing what they want to do, will allow me to adjust my plays. With a -1 Fluttermane right there, and probably a Miraidon at this point on the field, they're going to be very much inclined to click probably different moves than they'd like to. Like, Amoonguss can't... I can pretty safely take big damage onto the Amoonguss. I can go Draco Meteor into Amoonguss. I'll go Terra Draco Meteor into Amoonguss, the homie that just protected, unfortunately. And I can just hard switch into Instant to protect the Flutter, to protect against blah 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 blah, to protect Farigiraf long term. Since I would like the opportunity to set up Tailwind later, not Tailwind, sorry. I am not in my right mind right now, am I? To set up Trick Room later, since I don't want to get donked on a taunt. Cool. I guess right now my big fear is, like, somehow Amoonguss does something weird and it screws me, or Fluttermane hits the Moonblast and it does the special attack drop and it ruins the game for me. I shouldn't need to worry about that too much. T-Wave. Into Miraidon. Damn! They had the turn. I got bailed out there so hard. I mean, looking back, I probably shouldn't have terrored if I wanted to be a bit more conservative and play it slightly riskier, because I did see Thunderwave, I just didn't think of Thunderwave into Miraidon as a possibility. My brain filtered out ideas that didn't really make sense to me. Looking back, that's a pretty great read. Honestly, if they were going to win this game, that was how they were going to do it. Like, kudos to them, that was smart. I've once again taken out Amoonguss and completely shut down the Amoonguss, which notably has a really frustrating moveset in the sense that I just don't see how it contributes to battles. Like, it hits a Miraidon, it just doesn't do the right thing, does it? I just don't see it doing the right things. Instant just hit the field, so I can just fake out the Zamazenta while I switch into Iron Hands. And just go for like a really long play. Ooh, I don't hate that. Okay, let's go through the sets. So for this turn, we're gonna swap Iron Hands in. We fake out. Oh, that's not the right move. We fake out into Zamazenta. He doesn't move. Oh, too late. I didn't play it out. We fake out into Zamazenta. Next turn, we can fake out Parting Shot into. Fake out Zamazenta again. Parting Shot into Flutter Mane. Good. Knowing what their play is, I don't want to risk them hitting. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to fake out Zamazenta, Parting Shot into Flutter Mane. Let the chef cook. Since I'm slower than them, since I'm completely slower than them, I'll have a safe switch to Farigiraf. From there, I can protect Farigiraf, Wild Charge into Flutter Mane. I think I might be onto something here. Oh, they called the turn. That's unfortunate. Oopsie, I didn't account for that. I mean, as a whole, it's not a massive deal. Terrestrialization is still on the board, and they have a Pokemon in the back that I don't know for sure what it is. It could be Entei, it could be Chien-Pao. From here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to Wild Charge the Flutter Mane. And honestly, I have no clue what I'm going to do with Instant here. I think I'll just swap to Miraidon, call the Body Press. Just so I can check off that taunt. Because Instant's pretty much useless without the taunt. With that taunt going. I can't do the Parting Shot, obviously I couldn't fake out before, but yeah, here we are. Cool, -1. Oh, they called the switch, that's unfortunate. But I do survive it. And honestly, I survived that pretty well. What I can do now is I can just pivot straight back to Instant as a really good form of what's it called? It's like Parting Shot, but not really. What I'm going to do here is I feel like Close Combat's really, really simple, good play. Okay, let's read the turn, actually. Let's see what they're going to do. If I'm them, I'm Ice Spinner into Iron Hands, Body Press into Miraidon. I don't even know if I want to play ball, so I'm going to Drain Punch into Chien-Pao, pivot to Instant, and just say, sorry, Instant, your time is up. They very well could Sucker Punch. If they do, that puts me in really good position. They could also Terra Ghost, which if they do, also puts me into really good position. I'm sorry, puts them into good position. Now, is it unrecoverable position? No. But it's good position. Oh, it's Ice Spinner into the Instant. Do I survive that Body Press? No, I don't. This is just getting tenser and tenser. Chien-Pao, Terra Ghost, Throat Chop into Farigiraf, guaranteed knockout. Actually, is that -1 or Or is that more? I'm not moving with Instant here. That's the problem. You know what? I'll bet on. Always bet on Hikari. That's the plat. That's the strat there. And just fake out the Zamazenta. See if I can catch the Terra. Damn it. They are just. It's the mind games. They're messing with me. Zamazenta flinches. That's a good start. We're in Trick Room. Now they can just wide guard really easily, which is annoying. Like if they go Terra Ghost or wide guard, then I can't do damage to Champao. Yeah, I don't think I win this now. And I'm getting a myriad of notifications all of a sudden. What the heck? Oh, I don't care about any of that. Yeah, I have no clue what I want to click. I think I'm just going to Helping Hand. I'm pretty sure this game's over as well. So I want to see Wide Guard Throat Chop is probably my best case. Zamazenta Protect. Damn it. Can I see Protect on Champao? No. Yeah, Throat Chop. I got greedy. If I... No, even going for the Hyper Voice wasn't a safe play. I'm certain that the Sucker Punch does enough damage. I don't need to mess around with that to know. Have they terrestrialized this whole game yet? No. Let us at least pretend like I had a chance. Hit the Draco Parting Shot into Champao. It's Wide Guard. Gosh darn. They're giving me nothing here. Not even an inch. It's painful. I called the Terror and I just couldn't get it. Damn! -2 Ice Spinner. How much damage? Probably enough. Yeah. That's unfortunate. I definitely think I left that game open. Like, I should... but they had the Terra and they were in my head. That's what was going on. They were in my head. I lose game 2. I'm not sure it's taking them so long because I can't win from this position. Whew. Game 3. Hopefully we can figure out a way to win. I think, notably, going Trick Room wasn't the play. I'm just looking back, and it would have been so much easier if I could have just been spamming Electro Drift into basically everything. There are exactly 2 Pokemon on their whole team that can actually take Electro Drift and Volt Switch comfortably. And that is Terragrass Fluttermane. You can also add Zamazenta to the list, but Zamazenta has that Terra Dragon, which I can deal with. Yeah. If I'd gone for Electro Drift there and not let them get in my head, I would have been in fabulous position. Take out that. They have to Sucker Punch to stay in the game, but it won't do enough damage. And I can slowly chip down the poor Champao with Knockoff once they're out of options. I didn't play that out, so I'm the loser. That's not how I like to organize my team, actually. Support, offense. I'm already struggling to... No. So we do this. Well, I know... Actually, no, there's a real chance that Urshifu won't have speed. Well, here's the thought, though. If I organize my team like this, put Whimsicott and Urshifu in the front, I can go Protect, Light Screen, Tailwind, and then go for the Fluttermane. I probably outspeed it. I can't guarantee it though. Or I can get them to use Rage Powder. Yeah, I don't know if I love that. Like, if I could pick up Flutter Mane in one turn, that would be so nice. I don't think that's going to happen, though. I think I'm going to fly by the seat of my pants here. I've at least got a vision of how I could go about this. But I'm not sure for how I'm going to do it exactly. Is it I probably shouldn't mess with this right this second, but is it possible to... No, I'm not going to mess with it right now. I was about to mess with the screen size and see if I can make it look nicer on my computer, but I don't want to. I don't want to do something silly and cause myself to have to figure out a game and the recording at the same time. That'd be a no thank you position. Okay. Let's go Moonblast into Champao, pivot Urshifu. I don't love it. Let's pop Tailwind, Detect. Long con here. So, what I think will probably happen is Spore or something like that. Something to that effect. I want my Tailwind. Oh, they go for the Rage Powder. Okay. I'm hoping for Ice Spinner into the Whimsicott, from which I will get knocked out and subsequently bring Miraidon in for just overwhelming offense. Boom. Now, my King Miraidon's going to hit the field. Knowing that they have to use Champao to get rid of the terrain, I can abuse that. Go for a Draco into a Moongus. I don't even know if I want to use my Terra yet. Like, I go Surging Strikes, that should pick up the KO 10 times out of 10. You know what, I'm not even going to overcook here. I take out a Moongus and I Surging Strikes. The intention should be very clear with this play, but they shouldn't have an out. Urshifu can't take the hit. A Moongus can't take the important hits. They can switch and they can do things like that, but it's not going to achieve much. Good Draco for the knockout. Draco for the knockout. My expectation is now that I will get Surging Strikes for the knockout, and I'll have preserved Terra. It's a Focus Sash Champao. It shouldn't be able to take... Yeah, it shouldn't be able to take Surging Strikes that well. Yippee! Finally! I've gotten a game where I've got the advantage now. I've not got the burden of figuring out how I'm gonna win. If this is gonna unfold exactly like the last one, I'm gonna be in crazy position. They've yet to terrestrialize their Zamazenta specifically. They probably shouldn't terrestrialize Zamazenta at all, but here we are. Maybe they're confused. Maybe they're saying something in the chat. They aren't. They really aren't. Cool. Zom. The expected goat. And Flutter Mane. This is where the game gets a little spooky, since I am going to need to figure out how I'm going to beat Flutter Mane and Zamazenta. At this point, there will be no terrestrializations this turn, meaning meaning Miraidon is completely useless. I'm going to swap Farigiraf in just to get rid of the dude, to get rid of the stat changes, and to preserve my terrain just in case it's running thinner than I realize. I'm gonna bet on outspeeding Flutter Mane here. Honestly, I might not. And honestly, they could be going Terra Grass. Gosh darn it. I would say there's good news, but there really isn't. I've potentially goofed this game permanently. I mean, that's really good chip, though. Look at that. Like, that's unbelievable chip. If Urshifu survives this turn for whatever reason, then I'm still in great position. I would love to see just them absolutely obliterate just the free grab slot. They didn't do that. Urshifu's gone. I am going to have to play the game with a bit more tact. Body press. How much damage into the Frig? A lot. A lot of damage. Okay. I know that my Miraidon outspeeds in Tailwind. I am 10,000% sure of that. I can protect Farigiraf, Terrastalize Electro Drift into Fluttermane, guaranteed knockout. Yep. Unless they call the Terra Fairy Miraidon, I should be. Even if they call Terra Fairy Miraidon, I should win. Come on! Come on, I earned this, come on! I made a coffee and everything. I am zoned in. Thankfully it's not in the morning. Which notably, if I win this, if I win this, I'm guaranteed to get the invite. But if I progress from phase 1 into Top Cut, then I'm guaranteed an invite to this other tournament, which is like 3 in the morning. So I'll probably record it as a what's it called? Like record it as like a tournament with no audio. So it'll just be this, like the game audio only. So if I get the top 8, I'll be doing that tournament, which is 3 in the morning, so I won't be able to speak over it. Oh, thank God. Even if Tailwind runs out at this point, the game's just over. I'm pretty sure I should have Tailwind for like 1 turn. Tailwind does peter out, but I should have the bulk on my Mons. I guess I'll just double. That's probably just the safest play, isn't it? Just double Zom. They do Behemoth Splash. Does it pick up the KO? No. But they did move They did move first, so... Actually, no. If this does enough damage, then the game's over. Yeah. Even if that did, like, 50%, the game would be over. Since Farigiraf would pick up at least 25% on the Psychic, and then the game is absolutely over as they can't take enough. Auto verification? No, thank you. I want to click it myself. Thank you. Whew. We were one of the final games to finish there, actually. So hopefully it won't be an hour before the next round. But yeah, finally we're in it to win it, and I'll see you for round 3. Round 3. It started like play with 15 minutes after round 2, so we actually got a lot of the hard work done. Okay, let's start puzzling our way through this matchup. Sunny Day Charm Fluttermane with Thunderwave is a really important note. It's Terra Normal. They've got a Jump Bluff and the Sun really easily, which means I'd say 9 times out of 10, no matter how I do it, my team was going to be slower, which is why I'm going to lean into the Trick Room mode. How do I want to lead this? To me, the scariest Pokemon on their team probably is that Fluttermane, honestly. And that Raging Bolt. If I led Whimsicott for Rig, I could easily feint. Actually, let's be bold. Farigiraf Miraidon, hard pivot to Incin with Iron Hands in the back. My thought being, for about 15 seconds and I have to lock it in. My thought being, if they're going to lead Jump Bluff Farigiraf or Jump Bluff Groudon, which I think is very likely, then I can always ensure that no matter what, they're not clicking Sleep Powder. Encore is always going to be a problem, especially on the Jump Bluff, since they can click that without much risk. That's Single Strike Urshi, for the record, if it's not abundantly clear. good news is there is no good news. Actually, it's just straight up bad news. Bad news bears all across the board. But the actual good news is I can go Terra Fairy, Trick Room, super safe, and Draco into the Groudon. I don't know what the calcs are for this, but I should be able to pick up most of their health in one turn. I am kind of throwing my restricted away. It did occur to me when I clicked the button that this kind of leaves the door open for them to just one-tap my restricted if I don't. If I haven't planned this out right. But that's a risk I'm willing to take. Farigiraf will survive this turn. Everything will survive this turn. Well, that's interesting. What's the Urshifu doing now? Now that the Urshifu is kind of useless, I mean, so is my Groudon, but my Groudon. I have a Groudon now. Holy! Now so is the that's Clear Amulet, so I can't swap Instant in. Holy! Yeah, no, I've unintentionally put myself in a really tough position where even though they're technically out of position, so am I. I think it probably comes down to if I survive a single Precipice Blades, because if I swap something else in, it's going to achieve nothing. You know, I'm going to go for it. I played this game with the assumption that I wasn't going to have Varadon for a ton of the game. And I think that's still the case. I want to see if I'm surviving one Precipice Blades. I don't think I will, but maybe I will. I do! But the Wicked Blow into Miraidon for the double. That's unfortunate. But I did get my setup. And I now know that I survived one Precipice Blades, which is massive. That is the kind of information that wins games. I also know they can't be Sucker Punching, which is really nice. They could switch here, honestly. My gut's telling me Flare Mane's going to come in. And that's a pretty safe play, but at the same time, honestly, I'm okay just committing aggressively. Groudon protects, that is fine by me. Because I am going to pick up... Oh, they're going for a double. Okay. Oh, they're trying to stall. Well, that's lame. Like, fair, but lame. Very lame. Also, this is going to take a sweet time. Okay, back to the video game. Let's do this. Hyper Voice. I kind of want to predict a switch. If I am them, I know Urshifu is gone this turn. And then in theory, Groudon is also gone this turn. So they should switch Groudon as they try to get out of Trick Room. Specifically to Flutter Mane. They didn't do that. They didn't do that. They didn't do that! Did they just call me? I almost had it. I wouldn't have guessed that Urshifu was the one that wanted Protect. Yeah, I would never have guessed that if I'm being honest. God damn it, no! Can that Flare Mane Protect? No. No, it can't. Precipice Blades. My Iron Hands is pretty bulky. Nice. Trick Room for one more turn. Groudon protects. Groudon will protect. No matter what. But if Groudon doesn't protect, it will perish. That is what the Hyper Voice is for. It's an insurance play. Flutter Mane does not survive this. It never has, it never will. This game is over, decidedly, but that's because I got that first turn so wrong. I committed really hard on that first turn, and it did not pay off. So that'll be a good note for the future. Is just don't commit too hard. off rip. The only good news is that I might be able to bait specific plays. The problem is that Urshifu is just really bad for my team if I want to go slow, and I probably should go slow 9 times out of 10. They got the feeler for free. That's what I'm upset about, really. I gave them a freebie. They got a great look into my strategy, and I didn't even come close to beating them. I think that's why it stings so much. With all the time I spent, prepping up that strategy, going, "Ooh, I have an idea." It didn't work. Anyway, let's get back to working. One key flaw with that lead was the reliance on. That's not how I like to do it. Was the reliance on getting that turn 1 correct and being in a place where I absolutely had to make a prediction. I can step off the gas a tiny bit and afford slightly safer plays by trying to drag it out the regular way. I think the idea was cute, and I think if I was playing that on the ladder, it would probably work. But I'm playing against people who know exactly what I can do, and their knowledge of what I can do affects what I will do, and it affects what they will do. So I just need to go back to comfort. So I can guarantee that I get... So I can go Terra Ghost, fake out Urshifu, guarantee that I don't have to terrestrialize my Farigiraf. Because, well, okay, let's... No, even if you take this to the logical extreme, they could go close combat into the Incin as a really safe play, like Precipice, close combat, or something like that. I mean, if I'm them, okay, let's go with that. If I'm them, I'm clicking probably Wicked Blow into Farigiraf. I will fake out, terrestrialize with Incin, and Trick Room. Very nice. Very, very nice. I've got that one drum intro stuck in my head. It's Queen of the Stone... Dark Age? Stone Age? Something like that. Queens of the Stone? Whatever their name is. It's the one that all the YouTubers be doing. If I'm being honest, it's kind of lame. Like, it's a great intro, but everyone doing that specific intro is so boring. So boring. I can afford myself an interesting position, can't I? What I'm thinking the smartest play is just knock off Hyper Voice. If they're going to protect, do I have a better play to get into position? If I'm being honest, I don't think I do. I think I'm in position. I just need to find a way to maximize the time that I spend now that I'm in Trick Room. That's where I'm struggling. So I can't... Oh, they didn't protect. That's really nice. Maybe they were trying to adjust based on what they'd done in the past. Because what I'll do next turn is probably just hard switch Hyper Voice, or hard switch oh, Heat Crush. They really want the Farigiraf that bad. Oh, I threw the game. I didn't think that through at all. I completely ignored Urshifu there. Yeah, this game's over. I just threw the whole game. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. Every single way I can think of that to win this game doesn't work because I've lost Farigiraf and I've got nothing to show for it. I can't really afford to lose any more sets after this, and I've not put myself in a position where I could even dream of winning this set. No terrestrialization, that would have made this plausible. Actually, this isn't impossible yet. I can still find a way, depending on how much trickery we have. 3 turns. So I do that to get rid of Urshifu, chip down Groudon. They should just my problem is that they should just I can't completely stop their offense, can I? You know what? I'm gonna just go with my gut here. My gut is saying it's GG's would give it a good crack. If I am them, I'm clicking Sucker Punch, Precipice, and moving on with life. In which case, actually, there is an out. If I'm betting that play, then I should gun Groudon, since I can actually feasibly pick up Groudon in one hit. They can Sucker Punch if they want to. They won't get the Precipice Blades. Nice. I thought for a second with my brain. The funny part is if they didn't go for double protect there, they would actually be in like the craziest winning position, since I threw the... Looking back, I actually kind of threw that game if they didn't double protect there. I thought the game was over. It probably is, but it's not over yet. Like, it's not entirely over yet, and that's really surprising to me. It should be over, but it's not. Their terrestrialization is still in play. They could go Terra Normal on Fluttermane or Terra Electric on Raging Bolt. Good news is they're clicking Draco Meteor, it's still kind of over. It's a 2v1. Let's think this through. They need... Wait, let's look at their moves. They have to click... Okay. Dazzling Gleam, it's not Focus Sash, yeah. If I've understood this correctly, I can still win this, now that I'm looking at it. If I take out Fluttermane and get any chip on Raging Bolt, then this should be very winnable, since they have to click Draco Meteor to do the damage into both of my targets. They Draco... If I get the attack off, I'm in great position. They miss! That's definitely a bail right there. So I'm getting some decent chip. The Sunlight fades to reduce their damage even further. The Dimensions twist. This game is well and truly over. I got bailed so hard there. That is probably the craziest bail I've gotten in a long time. I get knocked out here. I knock out the Raging Bolt. That's taking us to Game 3. I had no clue Game 3 was even possible here. You know what? Even if I lose this set, I think I've proven something. I've proven something by dragging this out to Game 3. I probably didn't deserve that, but I got this far. Like, if they hit that Draco and then they hit a crit, it's over. And that's reasonably likely. Like, the nice way of saying is that I should lose that game pretty much every time. The only reason I'm still in it is because I got that one turn with the close combat into Groudon. My brain started firing on at least one cylinder to recognize that I needed to take Groudon to stay in the game. And then I got lucky against that Raging Bolt. Whew. That feels good. That feels really good. I'm gonna play the same game, honestly. I was just thinking about it quietly in my head. I want them to tilt the ever-living god out of this. They missed that one attack, and I'm hoping it's enough that it'll shake them into doing something silly or different that they can't work with. Notably, Blood Remain's pretty bad here, so I'm not sure why they brought it both times. They did bring it both times, or am I remembering the game before that? I think that was the set before, actually. Yeah, no, that was the set before, because they went to Terra Grass, and they did the thing, and they haven't budged on their play yet. To preserve my health, I'm going to do the same play, but I'm going to rely on Farigiraf not taking much damage on the Wicked Blow, or them even just committing to something a bit different, since I did stop them last time. Thankfully, I got this turn about as right as I could possibly want to. That Volcarona is freaky, if I'm being honest. And the fact that they can just double protect makes things even spookier. Good, I got that part right. Fake it into Groudon. I kind of just want to get rid of Groudon as quickly as possible, but I don't think that's a very realistic play. But if I'm them... Okay. I'm just going to play it as if it were me. I'm going to switch into Iron Hands with this parting shot. I just want to minimize the impact that Volcarona is going to have on this game. Best case scenario, they're clicking something random or a bit silly into... I clicked the wrong... Well, that's not good. That's really bad. Yeah, that's GG's probably. Oh, it's Sword Stance on the ground. I didn't even notice that. That's really bad. Oh god. They Quiver Dance, they double setup. That is so greedy. I can't believe I'm even in a position to potentially lose this. This is disappointing me. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to sack instant here just to recover a little bit of tempo. But at this one I'm just gonna start gunning that Groudon so I can actually make progress. Terrestrialization on the Volcarona, it is Terra Fairy. I'd have to double check that. If I get Iron Hands into position and I do enough damage with this Psychic, I could probably win. Ooh, wait a minute. How much does this do to Farigiraf? Technically, not enough. In practice, it's way too much. Since Fiery Dance will come through to pick up that. My thought is, my best case scenario is probably just Electro Drift and Drain Punch. And just relying on somehow picking up Volcarona in one hit, which, if we're being honest, that's not going to happen. But it's about as good as we're going to get. They're in Trick Room, they need to stall, and there's Fake Out in play. They're going to double protect. So instead of making a big play and doing a thing, I mean, like, Fake Out, go for the Volcarona, and being weird about it, and potentially getting them to do something silly, I'm going to just play it how I see it. I know I can take out Groudon at this range, which protects. Volcarona will protect. Nice. No misconceptions there. Groudon's low enough for a Drain Punch, so I'm going to Drain Punch just so that I can actually deal with that Urshifu. Since It's possible. It's possible. That's all I know. It. I made some really silly mistakes, but it's still very possible. Okay, let's see it. There was Draw Volcarona. That's really good for me. It could be Raging Bolt coming in. Drain Punch into Groudon for the KO. Nice. I'm going to chip the I'm going to chip the Raging Bolt down with Electro Drift, probably 10-20%. Yeah, that's actually pretty decent damage, honestly. The Sunlight Phase, which is massive, since that's going to make my life a lot easier. The problem that I'm facing now is that I need to take care of Urshifu in one turn. Okay, let's think this through. What are their outs? What are my outs? Electricity for one turn. I'm just going to make a read here. I'm pretty sure the game is over either way. But if I call this correctly and take out Raging Bolt, chip it down what? Let's do some... It's about a fingertip. If I catch Raging Bolt in one... You know what? Let's lock it in. Urshifu Detect on Draco Meteor. They didn't detect. If I get a crit... Nah, that was even less damage than before. I got a low roll. CC into the Iron Hands. About 100 damage. A little over that, actually. It's about 120 something. They actually missed another Draco Meteor. Holy shit. Sorry about that. I'm not supposed to say the naughty words. I'm just really overjoyed by the idea that I might be able to win this on account of the most unbelievably ridiculous luck ever seen. Because interestingly now, they have no way of taking out Miraidon really safely. They double Iron Hands, get the special attack booster, take out Volcarona, Sucker Punch takes a KO probably. I'm trying to puzzle out what I need to do to win here. They can just both protect is the problem. And if I call the turn wrong... Okay, if I call the turn wrong... And let's say they called... Okay, you know what? I've got to play. My thought is that if they call the double... And I can't come back from that, they Quiver Danced. That is so greedy. What are they clicking with Urshifu then? CC, that's safe range for me to not survive. That must have been a really low roll then. Because the first one does 120, the next one does 140. Yeah, that'd be min roll into high roll. Unbelievable. At this point, the game's now truly over. Let's say we do this. Depending on how the game progresses, it'll be Terra Dark Sucker Punch. Yeah. If they'd missed the roll, I would have won. Pretty convincingly as well. But now, wait, they didn't... Oh. That means the game's over this turn. I mean, it was over this turn either way, but... Yeah, that's really unfortunate. I really felt like I should have won that one. Man, that sucks. I really felt like I earned that one. GG's. So I guess the noteworthy thing now is, if I lose any more games, this tournament's over. There is no get to phase 2 after losing 3 of these, so I do need to clutch up and win the next 2 rounds so that I can go 3-2. If I can hit 3-2, then there's a chance that I'll be able to make top 8. Even then, there's a fair few players, I think. You know, actually, let's just quickly puzzle let's quickly puzzle it out now. How many players are there that are guaranteed to make it at this point? 1, 2. There are 2 players guaranteed to make it. Let's say 3. Bodog has not lost yet either. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. 1, 2. Yep. 3, 4, 5, 6. There are about 6 people, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are about 7 people guaranteed to make it. So depending on how things go for the next 2 rounds, I could absolutely make top cut and get that invitation. Or it could all come crashing down in the next round, in which case I might just drop, since I don't have all day. And honestly, this tournament is kind of taking all day. Either way, I'll see you for round 3. Bingo bongo, it's time for round 3. Round 3 starting at 4 o'clock. We're at a 1 hour average per every set. If I don't win this set, I am dropping, because I do not have the time to be wasting. Like, I just don't have enough time to waste some on a dead tournament. Like, if I can't win, there's no point continuing. I'm gonna play more or less my standard here. I saw the team and I instantly went to the standard with adjustment for the Ursaluna, because that Ursaluna is always gonna have a tough time. Switching in is never super safe for them unless they want to really call the life orb, not life orb, the electro drift. Why did I say life orb? Maybe it's because it's life orb rapid strike Urshifu on their team. Maybe that's why. Good news. They've not got tons of safe plays. Dazzling Gleam won't pick up the KO. There could be, what's that? It's not helping hand, so yeah, they really just won't pick up the KO. What I'm going to do is I'm going to close combat into Mikey Bikey. That's not what it says, but that's Mikey Bikey now, and Strike. And I'm going to protect for Farigiraf. Shrike, you are the GOAT. Torvald. What's Torvald doing here? That's crazy. Chill, Torvald. I should take a Dazzling Gleam pretty well after Terastallizing. A neat detail I haven't talked about so far is that I've changed the Terastallize on the Iron Hands to Grass, just to better match up into Miraidon after Terastallizing, just in case they do something and, like, you know, they've called Terra Bug and they're going for a play and they're trying to do a thing and they're trying to be cool. I'm making a mess of my room. Anyway, how much does the close combat do? About 50%. I am now pretty confident that they're clicking some sorta. So not clicking Fake Out. We can get that much for sure. No Fake Out. And they're probably going for a Volt Switch into Farigiraf still. Just to be safe, I'm going to bring Instant in, since that'll take the hits better. I'm close combating into that Incineroar, just to say, hey, once you're gone, everything gets easier. And again, I didn't check the set. It's Assault Vest. I'm really glad I'm not going for special attacks into it. Show me Terastallization on Miraidon. Uh-oh. That's Terra Dragon. Yeah. It's not great. I'd venture to say it's not great. It could be faster than me. It probably is. Cool. Instant survives. Not with enough to take another, though. and they've spent their Terra, so I have an interesting position. Will I get to see their final, or will they bring Whimsicott back in? If I were them, I'd probably just bring Whimsicott in and go for the Tailwind or something like that. John Pork, is that the... That's the Ursa Luna? Yeah, I got that part right. Didn't waste, the instant life. Can that Urshifu detect? Yes, it can. Can that... So my favorite Iron Hands is now on the field. What I'm thinking is close combat into Torbold and fake out into Torbold as well, actually. I'm just going to really go for Torbold here. Oh wait, Whimsicott's into the field. No, not Shrike! What is this? They do detect. Problem is, Shrike is going to eat this close combat for dinner. Never mind. I take that back. Shrike isn't like that. Shrike is what the kids call not like us. I'm just going to get rid of the Life Orb if I can. Hopefully I can get through this turn without Insane. No, not my special. CC into Friggraph, how much damage? A lot. A lot of damage. Quite a lot of damage. Good thing I'm using Knockoff now while their defenses are reduced. Because John Pork, you can't be doing damage like that. It's illegal. Do I need Trick Room to win? I do need Iron Hands to win. That's about what all I know. Man, those nicknames are messing with me. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna Hyper Voice and just knock off into Shrike. Why not? I don't think it really matters what I click, the what or where for this. I'm okay with double knockout. Maybe I could have protected Instant for longer. That's an interesting thing to note. It only does like 40 damage on a Surging Strike. So that's really interesting. I think it's like 44. So that could be the low roll. On the assumption that's the low roll, I actually don't take Surging Strikes fabulously, but I will survive one for sure. John Porker will not be surviving this turn. Well, actually, that's a good... Actually, no, John Pork could survive the turn. Okay, here's what my thought is. And all of you chat fellows should note that I'm goated. I'm built like that. So if I Dazzling Gleam, that's a double knockout. Do they have Life Strain? No. No, they don't. So I can stop John Porker for the turn. They can just double protect, actually. I mean, for the sake of calling the turn as it should, I'll do this. They do detect, nice. Well, I mean, not nice, but I can't punish the play. I can't set up, I can't pivot. I've let my pieces go potentially too soon. The hindsight is saying that I could have brought Big Hands in to eat up that Moonblast and then have a sack later, but not my problem. I'm going to double into Mr. Porker. Importantly, not a relative of any Spider Hams. That's not what we're doing here. This is like the bad guy. This is not Spider Ham, not Spider Man. This Porker is a big bully. Mother Porker. How much damage does non-boosted close combat do? About half my health. Let's be a bit more deliberate with the numbers. 103, a little over half. I do pick up the double KO. My Drain Punch will fail. So I'm going to have to beat Miraidon. Does the terrain leave now? It'd be pretty soon, probably next turn. Which means I'm pretty sure I lose this because of my lack of terrain for the rest of the game. They're probably clicking Dazzling Gleam here. My interest is to look at Torvald and just say, hey, how do I deal with this game? Actually, they've already Terastallized, so I'll just Dazzling Gleam. And then I just want to double check what the what's the biggest threat here. I'm pretty sure Mikey is getting no terrain at the end of this turn. Damn it, they did the thing. The opposing Mikey Bike did the thing. But they should run out of... oh, wait, no, it's over now. Can't move. They don't run out of terrain anyway. I'll go for Mikey just cause. The problem's that they're gonna get Flare Blitz into me since they're Dazzling Gleam Flare Blitz, which is really annoying. Funny number. Okay, so that's game one. Complete brutalization. I was not in it to win it there. I lose game one. So let's think about where this went wrong. I never got Trick Room up. I'd say that's the key symptom of my loss. I never got Trick Room up and I never had the chance to just rip through them. Yo! No? Yeah.
Just wanted to see if you're going to be good to go to the gym
Should be.
in about 45 minutes.
Yeah, should be.
Maybe around 5.
Yeah, should be fun.
If you want to just go and get the car ready at 5,
Yep.
I should be good to go.
Yep.
Around then.
Cool.
Thanks.
Lock it in, boys. Lock it. So, I've got to, do things with my life. More so than just playing video games. So I'm going to try to clutch up this round. And then I'm probably going to drop regardless, since I just don't have the time. This tournament is painfully slow. Realistically, I'm not winning. Probably not even top cutting. So we're going to lock in, try to win this set, and then, get a high note and move on. Because I don't see myself playing round 5 or top 8. So, better off just making this a good one and leaving it there. So, let's think about the last game. They didn't bring Ursaluna. They just brought their top 4. On that assumption, if I put Incin, Vertigraph in the front, what I can do is I can just try to force Trick Room and then focus on a pivot game to get Iron Hands and Miraidon in safely in Trick Room for a sweep. That's about all I'm planning to do for that. I think now's as good a time as any, just to say hey, thank you for watching. If you managed to make it nearly an hour and a half into this video, it's a long one. If I were playing round 5, it'd be like a 2-hour video, not including the top cut. So, do with that what you will. Me dropping here is probably best for the people who who either don't want to watch that long or don't have the attention span to watch that long. if you are either of them, honestly, fair. Just fair. I'm gonna play it how I know it. Are they making the exact same play again? That's crazy. Kramer, is that the Ursaluna? No, it's the... That's the Farigiraf. Okay. So no fake out for me. I could have gone for my classic skip fake out play, but I honestly didn't even consider it. Electro Drift. Yeah, this game's over. This game is so over. I'll be honest. I'm going to say it right now. I don't want to play this. I don't want to play this right now. This set is over. If I'm being honest, like there is legitimately nothing I can do. Well, that's not true. Actually, they've got Miraidon locked into Electro Drift. Stuck on the field in front of my Miraidon, they can't do any damage. Which is a free switch into Iron Hands. They can Terastallize and keep gunning on gun the instant slot. To supplement, they could also... Well, okay, let's think this through. They could also be hard switching, in which case they'd be switching to... Yeah, either way, Draco Meteor into the instant slot is not a smart play. I'm not going to give up on the game right this second. Because the more I'm thinking about it, the more it seems like I could actually win this if I tried. The fact that they didn't switch there tells me they're not switching at all. They do give up the Terra. That's massive. That means they're not doing much this turn. That's actually pretty good for me. That's what, just a little under 130 damage. Bye-bye to Kramer. Critical hit, didn't matter, but it's really good. That means I'm in position to win now. Since I can actually just use my Electro Drift to wipe the board clean. Shotgun is the Ursaluna. I've still got an Insig for the road. It's gonna protect this turn, isn't it? Swap Insig here. Okay, actually, let's think this through. I think Mikey is going to switch. It's going to be switch protect on Mikey. What I'll do then is I'll switch my Insig for, Are they not switching again? That's crazy. That's going the way I expected it to. They didn't switch, which is really surprising to me. They actually just really want to get rid of Iron Hands that bad. Wowee. I survived. We're not dealing with, fake out shenanigans there. I could have, no, Terastallization would have made no difference. I'll make a bet. I imagine this set's pretty much over no matter what I do. If I outspeed and they're attacking the wrong slot, they aren't. Unfortunate. Then I can still win this. Of course, they attacked the correct slot, which is going to make winning very difficult. Problem's that I have no way of doing the correct amount of damage to anything fast enough. I mean, look at the situation. It's over. I take out their restricted, they take out my restricted. I can't beat the 2v1. Let's say they go headlong. Okay, they're faster than me. Let's say they go headlong rush into Miraidon. I somehow survive that. It's a step in the right direction. I mean, they just got to double Maraudon to win, to guarantee their win. But I'll just keep playing as if there's somehow a chance that they make a mistake. Though I'm accepting of this L that I'm about to catch. Yeah, they like to drift into the instant. I don't survive that, do I? No. Unbelievable. Speaking of making this a great set that we win, easy peasy lemon squeezy, it's over. Over with a capital O. I did at least get their restricted. I got something for this. I got something for the road. I pushed them. They completely switched up the game. And they just continued to make the right plays. Game to game. Honestly, I can't be that mad. 1-3. It's not a good record, but it's one I'm okay with. I'm certainly not proud, but I'm accepting. I knew realistically I wasn't gonna top cut. I wanted to believe that I could. I'd had a few really good tournaments with the Rosencreutz team. I was really hoping this would be another show up and shut them up sort of thing. You know, I play a good team and I just crush a bunch of people, but today was not my day. It was definitely a good tournament. Thanks to the Sketch Academy for hosting. That has been very nice. I did enjoy that. I'll have a little look at the upcoming tournaments, just so that we can get a idea for when I'm gonna do my next tournament, since that's probably what I'm gonna be doing for the next few days, weeks maybe, is finding well-placed tournaments I can actually play. Look, if there's a tournament tonight, and if that opens, I might play it, but I'm not gonna be able to play it with the soundy audio stuff. That being said, there is a tournament tomorrow. It'll be Pokemon Day with the floor tournament, hosted by Florian. So I'll probably look at that. It's got 25 people already. That's another card tour. It's in the morning, so I'll actually be able to play it. It's a bit earlier than I normally get up, because I've been getting up pretty late as of now. So over the next few days, I'm planning to play a few tournaments. There's a Biff Pips tournament on the 18th as well, which will be tomorrow for me. So depending on which one picks up more, it'll probably be the Florian tour. The Florian cart tour is probably what I'll be doing tomorrow. I'll try to edit and have that out the same day, just like this. And then the 19th, is there anything on the 19th I'm going to do? Depending on how... There's a tournament that looks good for the 19th as well, actually. It's only got 6 people right now, but it's at 11 in the morning. That's a pretty good time for me. And it's on the 19th. I shouldn't have anything on the 19th. Because what, the Tuesday? Yeah, no, I shouldn't have anything till late on that day. So it looks like we'll have a tournament every day for the next few days. Anything on the 20th that I'm doing? I could play the Fantasia Geek Store tour, but it doesn't look like it's going to pick up much. That being said, on the 20th, there's a Citrus series on the 20th. I might do that, actually. It's at a good time. There's another Biff Pips that day as well, so I might do one of those. Okay, actually, I'll start there. So, of course I'm going to upload this today. If registration opens up for the weekly Colo tour, I'll do that one tonight. I might not make that a video, but I'll definitely do it if it opens up. And then tomorrow you can look forward to a Florian tour, Florian's Pokemon Day tour. That'll be tomorrow, which means on the 19th we'll be doing, where is it? Probably Tommy's community tour for Pokemon Week. And then for the 20th, keep chaining this together, I'll do either the Geek Store Tour or the Citrus Series. Probably the Citrus Series since they pick up a bit better. And then is there anything on the 21st? Because we're on a hot streak here for tours I could actually play. Depending on how a few of these tournaments pick up, I might do some of them on the 21st. So we might have like 5 or so days, like 4, I think, yeah, 4 days of tours just back to back to back. Let's go through it one more time. Lock it in. There might be a tour tonight. If I do that, it won't be recorded, but it's just worth knowing that it might happen. I might bring it up. Actually, I might record it if I do it. Different type of video. And then tomorrow we'll have the Florian Tour. On the 19th we will have, where is it? Probably the Tommy Community Tour. It could also be the Victory Road Tour hosted by Tanky PK. Either, whichever picks up. On the 20th, it'll be the Citrus Series. On the 21st, we will probably be doing the Pokepal SmackDown or Pokemon Day hosted by Talon Master J. And then the 22nd, we're just going to keep chaining this together. If it's only on the 22nd, then I'll do that. Yeah, 22nd has some tours. Depending on how Paradox Tour and the O2 drop pick up, I'll do one of them. The screen went dark. Let's fix that. And then we're just gonna keep running with it. Is there anything on the 23rd? There's a Biff Pips on the 23rd. If the Biff Pips on the 23rd picks up, I'll do that. 24th? Anything on the 24th? There's a tournament at 1 p.m. on the 24th. Or 12 a.m. It'll be the one. The next sketch tour will be the 25th. The 24th at 1 p.m. Same as this one. 26th, we're just going to keep this hot streak of having really available tours for the next little while. 26th, I can do Tommy. I can do the Tommy Community Tour again, depending if that picks up. The 27th, because we're just going to keep going through this, because I could be doing tours for upwards of 10 days straight, depending on how things go. On the 27th, there's another Biff Pips on the there's another Biff Pip on the 27th, so I'll probably do that. The 28th has another Talon Master J tour that I could do. There's also a Pokepal SmackDown, but that's about it. There's absolutely nothing on March the 1st, so by the time March the 1st comes around, I won't be doing tours. I won't be doing a tour. There's no tours on March the 2nd either. Well, there technically are, but I can't do them. Not as a video, at least. Also, I'm not going to be doing things on March the 2nd, since that's my birthday. I would like to spend that not making videos. Probably. The 3rd, how's the 3rd looking? There are options. There's a 9 a.m. one. I'm probably not going to do that, but there is a 9 a.m. one. On the 3rd, there's an LP Battle League Official Tournament 2, Reg G. That's at 2 p.m. If that picks up, I'll do it. That 7-year Yapathon. Basically, that 7-year Yapathon is going to equate to this. For the next 10 or so days, I'm going to be doing a tournament pretty much every day for the next 10 or so days. So just look forward for a massive influx of tournaments. Also, it's completely escaped me that the next global challenge is actually pretty soon. That'd be less than 2 weeks away. It's pretty much $10. It's less than 10 days away, isn't it? That's neat. Look forward to that. That's it for me. So, if you had a good time, please like, subscribe. Look forward to having tournaments all day. Pretty much tournaments for at least for the next week or so. I think that's about it from me. Even in defeat, I lose. Yeah. See ya.